You mentioned Alexander Madison. That's a guy that was filling in for a guy that a lot of Browns fans will compare to Nick Chubb and Dalvin Cook, in that he is that good of a running back. How good or how likely is it that Dalvin Cook can play? I know it came right up to game time a week ago. Is there a sense if Dalvin Cook gets a chance to go or will be ready to go?
Yeah, I think so. Like you mentioned, he did work out before the game last week, and it was decided that he was not healthy enough to go. They didn't want to take that risk, or he needed a little more rest. He's optimistic. We'll put it that way. He returned as a limited participant to practice on Wednesday, and will continue that through the week. He'll probably be limited up until they give that official diagnosis on Friday for whether he's going to be active or questionable. My guess is that he will play. This is a big game. Getting this team back to 500 is important. And if he's healthy enough, he's going to give the nod and he's going to be ready to go. It sounds like he's pushing for it. Obviously, it's not necessarily up to him. They're going to rely on the team's trainers and doctors to make that decision. I would guess that he will be healthy enough to go based off of what he said earlier this week.
Having said that, Madison was really good. And that's a guy that, you never want to see a running back of that caliber not be able to go. But they don't lose a whole lot with Alexander Madison.
Yeah, Alexander Madison stepped up 112 yards on the ground last week, 59 yards through the air, and filled in admirably. He was able to hit the holes that in the past he hadn't been able to hit. There is a difference, though, between Alexander Madison and Dalvin Cook, and there is a reason why Alexander Madison is the backup behind Dalvin Cook. Madison could maybe be a starter on a different team, but behind Dalvin Cook, there is a different burst. There's a different speed. There's a different way that Dalvin hits the holes, and it's a dynamic asset that he brings to the passing game as well. Madison was involved in the passing game. Dalvin is a threat in the passing game, and if you get him the ball in open space, whether it's hitting a hole through the offensive line or getting him with the pass, there's a little bit of a different burst that Dalvin brings to the table that makes him and this offense more dangerous over Alexander Madison.